girl in question is my daughter. February 9th was the day of their inter-house sports. Last year, I was not able to go on time. My daughter was angry. She said, Mom, you did not even come on time. I said, I'm sorry, but I promise you next year I will be there on time. This year, I tried to go there as early as possible. I was there even before the match pass started. When the match pass started, I looked. The first house matched. I didn't see my child. Second house matched. I didn't see my child. Third house matched. I didn't see my child. I said, she's in Pines, which is greenhouse. I said, maybe she's among the Queen's entourage. Meanwhile, before I got to that across, a bus sped by on high speed, zoomed. And I said, how can a bus be driving like this when you know children are in the stadium? But I just said that and I went on my own. So when I saw the boy, I said, please, I'm looking for Whitney. Adeniran. The boy said, a girl just fainted here. But they have taken her, the school bus has taken her to the hospital. The boy said, the girl that fell, her name is Whitney. I heard them calling Whitney when they were pouring her water. I said, Jesus. But it's not my own child. My daughter's name is Whitney Adeniran. And I brought out my phone and I showed the boy her picture, and he said, this is the girl that fell. I said, what happened to her? Why would my child fall? She hasn't done anything strenuous. She wasn't sick. She hasn't done any activity. What is going on? Why would my child faint?
An account of Whitney Adeniran's mother explaining what happened, and it's just very unfortunate, Osalge, to see, and there are many layers of discomfort to this story.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for stopping by, and to all my returning subscribers, I want to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much. So on this channel, as you all know, we talk about family, love and lifestyle. So today I want to talk about the 12 years old Whitney Adeniran that slumped and ended while she was in the care of a school, Chrisland Schools in Lagos. Of course, there's been different news flying around, different things that people are saying. You know, the parents are saying what they knew, and some people are saying different things. Some people seem not to believe what the parents said. And the school is also saying another thing, you know, and it's so annoying, because this was a girl that was in the care of the school. They were having their inter-house sports, so she was in their care. So the school needs to take responsibility for that. But you know, the thing is this, with all the news going around, some people said, okay, she was electrocuted while she was at the sport ground. Some people said she just slumped and ended just like that. But the thing, for me, my own opinion is this: even if, because the parent says she doesn't have any pre-existing condition, so the child, they believe that their child cannot just, you know, fall and her life will end like that. She was just 12 years old. But for me, and I am not saying for a fact that was what happened, the thing is, what if she had a pre-existing condition and the parents did not know? It's possible. And what if she didn't even have any pre-existing condition? Because this thing called death can come at any time. Anybody's life can end at any time. It's only God that can help us. It's only God that can prolong our lives. You know, when you talk, when we're speaking spiritually, it's possible that nothing was actually wrong with that young girl. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Maybe she was fine, she was okay. And it just happened. And some other people are saying that she was electrocuted. Yes, what if she was electrocuted? Why? My own problem, because it's possible. She went to buy something. They said she went to buy popcorn or something. She went to get popcorn, and she touched, I think, the popcorn machine, and she was electrocuted. Which is also possible, which could be true. But you see, my own problem is that the school has refused to take responsibility for what happened to this young lady. She was in their care. Because this is a school that averagely, in a term, they pay over $1 million naira. Parents pay over $1 million naira per term for their children in that school. As we all know, Chrisland School is expensive. It's one of the most expensive schools in Lagos. And you were holding this serious event, inter-house sport, for your children, for your students. And the school could not provide a medical doctor, a nurse, and an ambulance. For God's sake, that is where I have problem. Because these children's parents are paying so much. So I do not see why these basic things should not be made available. If this girl had slumped, truly, if she was not electrocuted, if she had slumped, but if there is ambulance, there are doctors, nurses on ground, I don't think she would be gone. She would have still had a chance. But the school did not provide medical equipment, medical personnel, ambulance wasn't there. And these children were having their inter-house sports. No proper first aid. And that is Nigeria for us. And I bet you Chrisland will do everything to cover up their tracks. You know why? Because unfortunately, it is Nigeria. And this is a school that is owned by the powers that be, people that are powerful, people that are connected. Because ordinarily, the thing is, in a proper school where parents pay so much, even if it's not a private school, a public school, ordinarily in a well-organized, developed country, should have all these basic things in place. They should have doctors, they should have first aids, they should have nurses, they should have ambulances, because anything can happen anytime. But okay, because it's Nigeria, they do not have it. But how can you, as a school, be making so much money off parents and you cannot provide these things for these children? Medical personnel, ambulances, nurses. Their parents are paying for all these things. They are paying. That is where I have problem, because the school needs to take responsibility for what happened to that child. But you know, unfortunately, Nigeria is a jungle, because Chrisland is owned by people that are well connected, so they're going to cover up their tracks. Because if not for the fact that these people are so irresponsible, if not for the fact that because they are owned by people that are connected, that have so-called connections to politicians that are irresponsible, that are not reliable, how would you have a school and you do not have these things in place? How can you have a school and you don't have these basic things in place for these children? Yet you collect so much money from their parents. You collect millions of naira every three months. And you cannot provide these things for these children. It's a shame. It is a big shame. Even when I was listening to the principal didn't even have anything to say, anything good to say, because she was also confused. On a normal day, in a normal setting, these things should always be available in the school. I'm an tunnel. I'm going to work. That's why it's all black over there. So these things should be made available on a normal day, but because the school is owned by people that are influential, that are well connected, even when people that are meant to inspect things that are supposed to be in school, even when they get to schools like that, they will overlook it because because the school knows powers that be. They knows who would, you know, help cover their tracks. Enough is enough. Enough of wasting our children's lives due to negligence. Due to negligence. I seriously and I sincerely pray for the family of Whitney Adeniran to get justice, because that girl deserves it. She deserves justice. The school failed her. They failed her. The system has failed yet another young child, another future of that country. The school has failed totally. Because if the parents had heard that, okay, their child slumped, you know, and medical personnel were on ground to perform all that they were supposed to do, if nurses were on ground, ambulances were on ground, of course the parents would have some kind of, you know, succor that, okay, they tried. But no, none of these things, none of these people were available. She was even taken to an immunization center in a school bus, not to a proper hospital. This will not happen in developed countries. It can never happen. The so-called private school in Nigeria cannot even meet up the standard of free public schools in developed countries. They can't. Yet, little things that these children need to be provided for, the little things that you need to give them, you cannot. Chrisland must take responsibility for the end of this young child. And then they need to. It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that Nigeria is a country that some of us, you know, I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. I pray that our soul rest in peace and that our parents get justice. Whitney deserves justice. And all our private schools, all these private schools that are collecting money, ripping off parents, should do what is right. Provide what is right for these kids. Don't just be manipulating their parents. Don't just be taking money from them. So thank you very much, guys. That's just what I've come to share, and I hope that we all have a great day. Bye, everyone.